Okay, hey guys, what's up? Kalia here, aka Louis Kalia, and today, ta-da, Latoya's here. So, I'm doing like multiple videos today, but you see me kind of out in the open because we're going to talk about trainers today. I mentioned this in another video about how the compression garments, waist cinchers, or whatever was really important when I was shopping, and I was showing you how I got some. So this is one of the new ones I got. I had to get a size.
Oh, we're talking about trainers right now?
Yeah, I thought that was good for the first video.
Give me 1 second, child. You keep talking. I'm going to get my trainers.
Oh, okay.
Tell the different trainers.
Oh, yeah, we can show you all different kinds. So Latoya's going to get her trainers real quick. Because I'm trying to record like 4 different videos for you guys today because shout out to all the new subscribers. There's like a ton of subscribers, seemed like overnight. We also watch a lot of videos of people getting surgeries and stuff like that too. So I wanted to shout out some people, or just shout out to everybody, I guess. But so anyway, so I was telling you guys how it's really important to wear these garments, and I'll be honest, Latoya has taught me almost everything I know about the garments. So that's one reason why I really wanted her to do the video with me, and she was like, "Of course, babe." So I know you see me, and this is a good time to kind of do a body check. So I'll kind of turn slowly so you can see what I'm looking like. And it's funny though because, guys, I swear to God, my body's already started to change because I'm constantly in my compression garments. So, also, update on weight. So before I had surgery, like before I got cut or IVs and all that stuff, I was like 284. And when I was in the hospital, I gained like 10 to 15 pounds. I don't know what my weight exactly was, but I know when I got home, I was like 290. So I definitely lost a little bit of weight, lost some weight. I probably was 300 probably in the house because I was really swollen. You can even tell in the videos for what I looked like when I got back. I was like real swollen in the hospital. Stomach was like huge and everything. So, today, or not today because I didn't really weigh myself this morning, but yesterday I was like 269. So that's like weight. If you don't know my height, I'm 4'9", so I'm very, very short. And of course, trying to get rid of this stoutness. But compression garments are just really important. If anyone's mom has ever told them about how, like, you don't want to be jiggling all around, they're important for those things because they help you look smooth under your clothes and stuff. But they also help to form your body with more consistent wear. And I'm sure some people are probably already familiar with that because there's so many celebs and different people and health gurus and stuff talking about the sports waist trainers and stuff. So, and I actually have some of those. So let me show you. When I was in Walmart, like I said, I got this one, and this is a size smaller than what I originally started with. When I first came home, I started with this one, and this was like a XX, and it actually broke on me the other day, but I still put this on at night. And I have multiple. I'm sure you're like, dang, how many do you have? I have multiple, but I'm telling you, it's a lifesaver to have multiple because, one, you sweat, and it's nice to have something that's really tight for the daytime, and when you get home or when you're in a more relaxed state, it's nice to be able to still have a garment, but it's not as tight, so you're not as pulled in and you can kind of relax, but you're actually still being held in almost an inch all over. So that's the great thing about having multiple garments and then different sizes of garments. It's actually kind of important. And I even have one for the next phase. I think this is a medium.
Sorry, I had to get my trainers because I didn't know we was talking about it.
No, it's okay. No, come in. I was just talking about all the different types of stuff. Okay. So I was telling them this is what I started with, the XX. It's kind of loose now. It's very easy to get up and down. It still holds me in about an inch all over. This bad boy right here, though, is holding me in a good amount. So this is what I am wearing to work. This is a large, and this is a leotard form, so there's no boy shorts at the bottom, there's no thigh compression, but it's nice when you have to wear pants because this gets caught up with pants a lot. So and or dresses. It's pretty much the same thing. I will say though, I want to recommend the singlet because I haven't had anything that holds me in as good. Before like surgery, when I used to wear compression garments more and I was better about it, I had a black one of these. I had 2 black ones, and I thought this was like the shit in a bag of chips or whatever they call it, all that in a bag of chips. But it's not as nice as this one. This one comes up around the back, and these straps are kind of annoying. But it holds you in better here. You feel it here. And when I show you pictures, I'm going to show pictures in another video today of my incisions. You can see where the Shapewear has started to reshape my torso. So, I don't know. I recommend the singlet. It has thigh compression, which is really nice because I'm still getting compression here all day. So,
for weight loss, this type of, which it's like a faux faja.
yeah.
But it's not really a faja. If you know anything about, well, if you're doing like massive weight loss or anything like that, a lot of times you're gonna have to do some reconstructive surgery to kind of like build your body back up, get rid of the loose skin, get tummy tucks, lipo, whatever, things like that. And this is similar to what a faja looks like. So faja is like the coup de grace of a bodysuit like this or shapewear like this. But it's really good for if you losing weight or if you trying to lose weight or you're losing a lot of weight, because it's gonna stop the rubbing for your thighs. It's gonna keep the skin in. That's one thing that we forgot, because I thought of it, but we forgot to bring it or to pack it, was some shapewear when we got the surgery, because you don't want your skin or your weight just sitting there, just hanging there, your stomach just hanging there, because it's tender. So you want it up and held close kind of to the body. And something like this would do that, especially right after surgery. That was one of the things that, too, also hindered like walking for very far distances, because your stomach starts to get heavy. You know, you had the surgery, your stomach starts to get heavy, it starts to get tender, and after so long, it's like, okay, I need to stop walking. So, and it's good, like I said, even after surgery, as you're losing weight, it's keeping your body, your skin, your stuff from sagging. It's keeping it close to your body.
Yeah, no, what she said is so real. Because I told you that in the hospital, when she had me on my walking schedule in the hospital, I could have walked more, but there was times where it was just, I never felt the weight of my body the way I did until after surgery. I was like, dang, I'm carrying around too much weight. Because it really, I felt like I was going to fall forward. And I was like, I almost felt like I wanted to hold my stomach like this, because it was so heavy.
Yeah, it's like when you're pregnant and you have really at the very end of your pregnancy, your stomach is really big. It's heavy. It's away from your body. You almost want to hold it or to, get one of those, belly holder things.
Yes.
That's the benefit of those.
Right. You can. I was gonna say, you're not gonna be able to wear one this tight, because this holds me in more than a 1 inch. I would get one maybe a couple sizes, like a double X. They do have triple X's at some locations, and I got all this at Walmart, not this one, sorry. But all these singlets and stuff, you don't have to go anywhere super expensive for these. You can get some that are more expensive. We ran across them in Macy's and JCPenney's. There are some that are up to $50 or whatever. These are in Walmart, they're $15. Of course, the bigger sizes might be a couple dollars more, but Walmart has a whole line of shapewear that you can get, and I think Target has it too. I just haven't got a chance to go into Target to like compare. You can also get them at Lane Bryant. Lane Bryant has all types of Spanx and stuff. However, it's going to be way more expensive. The other type of shapewear, now this is something
I actually got your waist trainers. Go ahead. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because when you got yours, I was like, let me show them more of a real one. These are for big girls. Now, there's the waist trainers with the stillborn stuff that's way more rigid than this one. This is a very flexible sports waist trainer. On the inside, it has an absorbable fabric on the inside, and of course, it does have a little bit of plastic in here to keep you shaped. This was the sports one that I was using when I was working out before surgery, and what I started doing is when I come home, I wear these all the time, but when I come home, I put this on under it, and usually I take this off as soon as I get home, so that's how you know I just got work. I take this off and I put the brown one on, and I try to wear this. Now, I'm not always good about it every day, I'm going to be honest with you, because this is I think this is an XL. Yeah, this is a 2X. It's very tight, for me anyway right now, so it's not that comfortable. But I put this on, and I put it on underneath the brown one, the beige one, or whatever it's called. And what it helps you do is, it's more support. So it's more supportive than this. It holds me in more. I'm sucking more, and you can even see here, I have to work to get this on. So it holds me in more, but it helps me sweat. So more water weight comes off, and you get more shape. So you're going to get more shape the more you're in them. So if you can withstand them more, the better it's going to be. Me, unfortunately, I have very sensitive skin, And that's one reason why I haven't done waist training as much as I possibly could, because I tried one time and I stayed in my waist trainer for like, 20 hours a day for 4 days straight, and my skin broke out and like to the point where it was like almost breaking and bleeding. So I had to stop, let my skin heal up, and then figure out a schedule that I could like work with. I have another kind of like, this is not a corset, I forget what this is called, but a waist cincher. I have another waist cincher. You see how flexible it is. It's very nice. It's very nice and more comfortable than like the one she'll show you. But it's made out of fabric. That's the one we meant to bring to Mexico. It's a vest just like this, but it's made out of a fabric, but it still has a little bit of boning in it. Difference is it has all the holes and it's breathable. And I would have been able to wear it non-stop because of all the holes. So these don't let you breathe because it's trying to make you sweat. This is kind of the same thing. There's no sports material in it, like this rubber outing to make you sweat, but you will sweat because it's holding you in. So you don't have to wear them with undergarments. They try to put different pockets or flat folds of fabric so you get air, but I'm telling you now, you will sweat. That's one reason why it's good to have multiples and why I take this off when I get home. I wash it, go ahead and put my other one on, and you can rotate them in and out because you don't want it to lose the stretch. I mean, the tightness, because they will stretch on you. So
I guess I'm gonna talk about other waist trainers. And if you are not stomach heavy, there are a lot of people that, because everybody's built differently, you can still be big but not built with a lot of stomach. If you tend to be pear shaped, where most of your weight is hip or here, or your stomach just doesn't like exceed a lot, you can have you can get away with waist trainers like this. These are your typical waist trainers. You can get them off of Amazon. I believe they're like $60-$70, and they have plastic boning in it, so they're flexible. And I'll show you what I have one on right now. And I have two different ones. I have this one and I have this one. I have two different sizes. This one is my looser one. It is still gonna snatch your waist, but it's not as tight as the one that I have on now. This is the one that I will wear when I'm sleeping. If I'm sleeping, it's comfortable. It's a little bit looser. I can move around, a little bit more. This one, that's my tightest one, I tend to wear during the day because I want to be snatched as much as I can during the day, and I don't want to sleep in it. Do you know what I mean? So anyways, this is that. It does have, I think it does have a little, like a rubbery type of fabric inside, which will help you sweat. And you can wash these by hand. All you do is wash them by hand. And that's another reason, too, why I like to have two. Because while one is being washed and dried, I can pop the other one on. So, but now I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons with this. Is that it will snatch you like nobody's business. Better than that will ever be able to snatch you.
Yeah, better. I can't wait till I can get to this.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm snatched for the heavens. Like, it snatches you that one way. It really does. And that can only do so much. So if you are not heavy as far as in your stomach, or once you start to lose weight and your stomach starts to go down, I would definitely try to introduce this into like your regimen, your daily regimen. Some of the cons about this is that a lot of people say when they put this on here, turn on baby so I can show them, or here, I'll show them with yours, so they'll really be able to see. A lot of people that have a shelf right here, or they're a little bit bigger. When they go to put their trainer on, hold it on the sides for me, love. This is a problem. You get that bend where your boning starts to bend. It starts to dip in and cut and stuff like that. There is a trick that you can do, which I do to all my trainers. Now, I've been waist training for almost 10 years. My mom has always worn shapewear ever since I can remember, and I never knew why, but I know why now. But anyways, what I do as soon as I get my corset, now this one is my loosey goosey one, it's not as bad, but these two black ribs right here, back ribs, these are the ones that stick you. Like, see how I'm sitting down? They're gonna dig right into your skin. I make a little insert, a little cut on the inside of it, and I pull that boning right out. So, yeah, I do it on all of them. Yeah, I do it on all my waist trainers. I take this one, and those are the ones that are like right here.
And they do, especially if you got a booty or a shelf like she said.
They're going to cut right in there. And so all you do is just pull that little boning out and you should be good to go. And sometimes, and these are so strong and so well constructed that I even pull out the one that is right here too. So they don't, while I'm sitting, they're not cutting into my hip bone because I have a very short torso. I'm only 5'3", 5'4" on a good day and a lying day. But but what I'll do is mine, cause this one is my hip bone is right here. My rib cage is right here. So I have this much space between hip bone and rib cage. This thing is way longer than that. So every time I sit down, it's sticking into my thigh. What I'll do is I fold it. I literally buckle it up and I leave me about 3 prongs unbuckled, and I just fold it down. You'll never know. You'll never be able to see. And that way, because they don't tend to make waist trainers, I mean, you can find them, I'm sure, but they're difficult to find to where the waist is short. But what I found out with those is that it only blocks them. It only does the middle, so you got fat hanging out on this side and fat hanging out on the bottom. So I just buy a regular waist trainer. Buckle it all the way up and leave me a couple buckles unbuckled so I can shorten it, and I just fold it, and I have no problems. It stops right where I need it to stop, right in my hip. So I don't have those kind of issues with that type of a waist trainer, because that is a lot of people's complaint with those trainers. That's why they kind of don't want to wear them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is clearly too. This is. Would you?
Sorry, our dog is
tripping. This one is longer too. The Pro, in this brand, just so you know, because I did get this off of Amazon too, it's called Squeam, and it's actually made for plus size women. That's why it's so flexible and stretchy. It's a little bit more comfortable. It's not going to snatch you as much as a regular waist trainer that you can get. But if you are bigger, and that's why we all here, because we on a weight loss journey, it's easier. Because I would wear this when we did T25 and stuff, and it helps support my back through the workout. And of course, you getting all this sweat here. But it's longer than my torso. I have a short torso too. I mean, short. But I was gonna say, I think even average height people, these are long because the vest has to come up, and they're supposed to be able to tuck into your underwear nicely, and these are supposed to come up under here, but it doesn't always work that well. But
that's a common problem.
Exactly. So I was gonna say, this one you can't fold it down. As well, I guess you could tuck your straps in, but I was going to say the good thing is, though, you do get sweat over the shelf or like this area of the booty and like the hips, because it all gets tucked in. But I know when you're bigger, my whole point for mentioning this, the good thing is you can tuck it underneath your stomach, because I know this is the hardest part for me, to make sure there's like
compression and it's being lifted up and pulled in.
There you go. So I was just going to say that. So you might want to think about getting it. Because I was going to say, I was actually like frustrated when I couldn't fit into those. And I kept like, that was like my whole, I don't even know, my goal to get into one of those. But I realized that it wasn't doing much for me. Even when I bought one that went around and I was in it. I remember you pointed that out, the first one I got. I thought I was doing something because I had it on. It's not even holding me in or up. So this one, for real, for the purposes of what I'm trying to do right now, works best because it goes all the way up under my stomach. And when I put it all the way on the last ones, I'm in. So sometimes it's good to work with what you can work with for now, so that way you actually get the work of the cincher or your compression garment. I just wanted to point it out because I do remember that. Trying to get that. And you were like,
Yeah, I really want to do it up for. Oh, another thing too that I wanted to, another reason why I wanted to explain why their waist trainers or compression garments or just shapewear is so important when you are losing weight is because, say for instance, if you were holding a gallon of water and this is your gallon of water, it's easier to hold your gallon of water like this, right? Because it's close to your body and it's not as heavy versus you trying to hold it out like this. Think about this as your stomach. Think about this as your skin, and that extra weight. This is just hanging there. You're gonna cause more skin damage with it just hanging like this versus it being pulled up close to the body, and being held close to the body. That's when you have I feel like it helps with elasticity, and having that skin kind of snap back for you. Yeah, you may have loose skin. It's just it is what it is. The more weight you lose, the more likely you're going to have to get skin removed. But you can help yourself out by wearing those trainers, wearing those shapewear, by keeping it, you know, tight, so it's not just hanging there like, hey, how you doing? Flapping in the wind like this. I'm just saying.
That's exactly what it be looking like,
girl.
Woo, Jesus.
When you turn titty swing and the stomach swing, you don't need that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah, because like I said, I was on it like when I was doing the workout portion of my weight loss journey, like a couple years ago when we first like started to like really work out hardcore. I was in those all the time, but the closer I got to the weight loss surgery, I wasn't wearing them as much. And I remember Latoya had just reminded me about all the importance, because my biggest goal moving forward, I'm gonna make another video about next steps, so I know that's gonna be the next question about what you're about to do next. But my goal is to have the least amount of sag in my skin. I know I'm gonna have loose skin. Most people do when you have a huge weight loss, but I don't want so much sagging, because you have seen, or you might have seen or know, bodybuilders who are like men, they'll lose a lot of weight and it's like, where's their loose skin at? They have retained somehow like their elasticity, but they can pull their skin away and show you. Like, hey, no, I have loose skin, they'll pull it away. But then when they let it go, it seems like it absorbs back into their body. It may not happen, but that's what I want. That's my goal, is just not to have the sag, because when you get the sag, there's nothing you can do with that for real.
It works. I had twins and they were 8 pounds and 7 pounds. So that was 15 pounds of baby, and my stomach literally set to here. I got me a waist binder before I left the hospital, right after delivery. I bound my stomach up, and it kept my stomach close. Now I have loose skin, but my skin don't hang. It sits up. It sits close to my body. It's just wrinkly. Yeah. So versus me just letting it hang there, and then the skin, once you lose the weight, the skin, you know, the fat is out of it, and then the skin just drops, and so now you have the flappy skin. I have wrinkles, but at least it's close to my body. Do you know what I mean? So
it is. And then I just forgot about that. I remember you told me the other too, and I had looked that up, about how when you hold yourself in more, you burn more calories and stuff, because it's warm. When you warm up the fat and keep it close to your body, it helps to keep your metabolism going and stuff like that. So, because last night I noticed that I had some swelling in my legs. I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, I noticed it too.
But my feet had swelled and my legs had swelled. So the first thing I did is, we have weightlifting wraps. Over here in our like weightlifting area, I wrapped up both of my legs and I wrapped up my feet too. And in the morning I was good. So I feel like everybody, when they get this surgery, this area, you don't even want this area to get bigger, but you swell really bad in the stomach area, because all your organs have to go back down. Everything has to settle back down to your space and stuff like that. So that's another thing. I feel like once I got in a steady rhythm in my compression garments, my stomach, this part has really dropped. I was going to say,
it is really... We have to show that, because I did take a couple pictures of her from the side, and you can see how it jutted out right up under the boobs, literally immediately juts out, in comparison to what it's doing today. Yeah.
So, and you'll see, because in another video, I'm going to post pictures of the incisions, and I noticed when I was sitting down, and I'm sitting down in the photos, you still see a little bit of this, and I was like, wait... So compression is working, but she's liver proof. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's one reason why I wanted to do a video on compression garments. As anyone is, whether you're working out, you post surgery, or about to go into surgery, this is one thing I didn't get to do at the hospital that I forgot about, but I would have. But yeah, I've seen her snatch her stomach like she gained a little bit of weight, and I've seen her throw on some citrus.
So as the stomach starts to get out of control, I throw my waist straight around and snap it right back.
Yeah, she's liver proof. Because you know how people talk about stuff and it's like, do they really do that? Do they really be in it? She do, and that's how I know it's gonna work. So, and it has been working. It's been really good. So I can't wait to do some more stuff, and then like I'll do another update video with you guys in a couple weeks. You know, as I keep getting smaller, and if I ever move, I shouldn't say that, when I move away from like this cincher, I'll show you what I get. I'll just keep you updated on that, and I'll do another body check, you know, in my cincher, so you guys can see what I look like, you know, after surgery, because I'm officially like, what's today, the 18th? So I'm about 20 some odd days post surgery. So and I told you my weight in the beginning. So now I'm like 269. So I've lost a good amount of weight. But I'm going to talk some more about some stuff in some other videos, guys. But I think that's all. That's good for
I think that's it.
the compression video. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.